Yo, what's up, YouTube? Man, I have to make this video before I get caught up into this fight next, man. But yeah, I posted a video, about the Prichard Cologne versus Terrell Williams, and I got some responses. Thanks for responding, leaving your comments for those guys that did. And it seems, and I watched the video, while I was like at work, I was just listening to some, commentary, and this guy, he was talking about, hey, he was blaming Al Heyman, and the referee and Terrell Williams for, pretty much he said he, killed Prichard Cologne, and someone else said he's dead, but he's in a coma from from what I researched and stuff like that, and then Beats made a video, man. It was like, I don't even know why I listened to his video. Excuse me, some noise outside. Anyway, and I say that to say because he was like, what I was thinking in my head, like half the stuff like came out of his mouth and stuff like that. So I'm not even gonna rant on, man. I'm not even gonna make this a long video. I want you to go check out Boxing Beats and Rhymes. And I think his video was like, who's to blame, and I want you to listen to his video, so I ain't gonna put no words into his mouth. And it was like a couple of hours ago when I listened to his video, so I can't quote him or anything like that. But anyway, that's a good question, man. Who's to blame for Richard Prichard Cologne being in a coma? And in my opinion, I'm just going to say this because at the time, before he stepped into the ring, he was a 23-year-old man. It looks like he grew up with a mother and father. He was in good health, mentally to make sound decisions for himself. So with that being said, Prichard Cologne is to blame for his, the outcome, of the fight. He's to blame, man. He stepped into the ring. If you're not willing to die, or if you're not willing to, risk your health, because that's what you're doing, man. You're getting punched in the face at the end of the day. You're getting punched in the face, you're getting punched in the head. And it was his decision to pursue a career where a full contact sport, a martial art, boxing is a form of martial arts where people can get hurt, man, seriously hurt. Suffer neurological damage, all kind of brain damage, and all kind of mental health diseases later on in their lives, and you risk being paralyzed and stuff like that. Even in football, you can risk being paralyzed or busting up your knee and stuff like that. Hell, even in boxing, you can do that, man. You got guys that get knocked out, and before you know it, they fall the wrong way. Then they tearing ligaments in their knee and stuff like that. So he it's on him. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that. Not to say that the blame is on him, like it's totally his fault. But if he's gonna like point any fingers, hopefully he comes through. But when he comes through and he wants to point fingers, he shouldn't be pointing fingers at Terrell Williams, the referee, or Al Heyman, or anybody like that. He should look in the mirror, because he made a decision to box. I don't think anybody forced him to box. I mean, he's not in a communist country or something like that. He's not in China and stuff like that, where they take you out of a nursing home and put you in a boot camp and stuff like that to win an Olympic gold medal and stuff like that from the age of 3 and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no movie like Born Invincible. You start training you at 3 years old and you gotta fight, But maybe he was following the footsteps of his father or something like that. I mean, his father was in the corner. His father knows the dangers of it. If it ain't Prichard Cologne, what about his family? I even thought about like boxing or something like that, and I had all my family members was like, "No, you shouldn't do it. No, you don't want to get hit in the head." That was a big thing, like not getting hit in the head. No, don't get hit in the head. Don't do this. And even when I was sparring and stuff like that on my own, it was still kind of like, oh well, you shouldn't do it. My parents said don't do it, and it's like, well, you're gonna do it, okay, but you shouldn't do that. And like, every chance they were discouraging me. So what? I mean, he's has a mother, he has a father, he's got family. That could have told him, not to go in there because this is the risk. So he went in there, knowing the risk, and at the end of the day, you yourself, as an individual, you have to take responsibility for your own actions sometimes, and you have to take responsibility for your own plot in life. And look, and at the end of the day, you gotta think to yourself, like, am I doing all that I can to be the best that I can to better my situation? And maybe he thought that boxing was going to better his situation, so he took a chance, and him being in a coma is the outcome. And the only person he can actually blame for that at the end of the day is himself. You know, he can't really blame anybody else because there's other opportunities out there. We live in a modern era where he could have made money doing something else. He could have been on eBay. He could have set up his own business or internet business or something. He's from Puerto Rico. Hell, he could have came over here in the States. Probably got a work visa, doing something. He could have gone to school. He could have done anything. He was raised by both of his parents. He could have done. He could have done anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm only assuming that he had a halfway decent childhood. Look at Mayweather. He had both of his parents, and he went through trial and tribulation. But it was his choice at the end of the day to go into boxing. It was his choice. They didn't force him to go into it. He just gravitated to it. That's what he knew as a way out, and that's what he did. And I only say this because certain different demographics of individuals. Let's say like the 30s or the 30s and 20s, you had a lot of immigrants that came over to the United States and they started picking up a lot of belts. And over time, they, went on to something else. It didn't become a family business. So like the uncle or the father would box or something like that, or to get some money. It was really just a way to get some money and to feed your family. You get what I'm saying? But if anybody got hurt, it's on that individual. So I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's like a cop, or let's just say like a police officer. He gets shot in the line of duty. Do you blame the criminal or do you blame the cop? Yeah, some onus is on the criminal. He shouldn't have shot the cop. But at the end of the day, the cop is wearing a bulletproof vest. He's wearing a gun because obviously the job is dangerous. He's, what I'm saying? He's like expecting to get shot. You get what I'm saying? So just to say, if you yourself put yourself in a dangerous situation like mountain climbing and stuff like that, and you fall off the cliff, are you gonna, who you gonna blame? If your strap breaks or something like that, or maybe something tears off and you lose your grip, or you slip. Do you blame the shoe company? Do you blame the company that made the rope that broke, or something, or do you blame yourself for being up on a 5,000 foot mountain with jagged edges and stuff like that? Because there's no reason to really actually climb it, but you're doing it for fun. But all right, man. I probably went on a little bit too long. I didn't expect to go on too long, but yeah, man. Prichard Cologne, he should It's on him, man. It's on him. There's no one to really blame, and you can't blame anybody because nobody's forcing these boxers the box, and they're not pit bulls, they're not animals or anything like that. You know, they're human beings, and they make a conscious decision to step into the ring and get punched in the head for a living. Get punched in the head just to make a dollar, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end it there, man. But let me know what you think, man. Do you and if you don't agree with me, still let me know. Who do you blame? To me, you shouldn't be blaming anyone because it's just something that had just happened. But if you're gonna put the blame on someone, who do you blame? All right, I'll catch you later. Bye.